But I am worried about her physically. They treat Caitlin Clark different. They approach Caitlin Clark different. Caitlin Clark, for 2 years straight in the WNBA, has been picked up from full court, and she has been treated different. Even Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was not getting picked up from full court. Maya Moore was not getting picked up from full court. Paige Beckers right now is not getting picked up from full court. The physicality to her has been different. If they don't change it, which I don't think they are, that is why I'm worried, because I don't know how long.
Caitlin Clark just tried to celebrate, and a coach said, "Not so fast." Literally grabbed her like she was escaping from Area 51. Is this a timeout or a citizen's arrest? The Indiana Fever are in massive trouble, and not because of the scoreboard. Nope, we're talking awkward sideline tackles, viral slow-mo replays, and a coach who might need a whistle and a leash. Buckle up, this isn't basketball anymore. It's a full-blown sitcom in sneakers.
WNBA is a subsidized league. What it means subsidized means is that the NBA basically gives their money so the WNBA could exist, because the WNBA does not produce any revenue.
They lose money, actually.
They lose money. Okay, so Caitlin Clark, a generational women's basketball player, finally comes around where people are like, oh my God, this girl is amazing. She gets drafted. She's putting up crazy numbers. She's entertaining. Ticket sales go up. Revenue goes up. She brings all this money to the league. Also, she turned down a contract in the Big Three, making millions of dollars, to go make $75,000 a year in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you go on ESPN and all these things, and all these her peers in the WNBA are trashing her and demeaning her, saying, "Oh, why is she getting all this attention?"
It's becoming increasingly clear that Caitlin Clark must have accidentally signed up for the Hunger Games instead of the WNBA, because this is no ordinary rookie season. It's an obstacle course, complete with flying elbows, invisible whistles, and now coaches doubling as security guards. At this point, she'd have better luck dodging tackles in the NFL than getting a clean lane or a foul call in this league.
Who is the greatest basketball player of all time, in your opinion?
Whoa. Oh, man, that's hard. The greatest?
The greatest.
But at what?
Basketball.
I was at the Chicago Bulls game with Spike Lee. Michael Jordan made that famous shot.
The refs, please. They've apparently all agreed to a silent protest whenever Caitlin hits the floor. Trip her? No problem. Elbow her? Totally fine. Clothesline her in midair like it's a pro wrestling audition? Oh well, play on. Twice this season she's hit the ground and stayed there longer than her teammates' screen assists. And what did she get? A whole lot of nothing. Not a foul, not a review, not even a concerned glance from the officials. Just a shrug and a whistle to keep the show moving.
Hey, Caitlin Clark, this is for Caitlin. If you're not Caitlin, keep it pushing. Okay, this is for Caitlin only. Caitlin, what I'm about to tell you, as a supporter of yours, as a fan of yours, that has been watching you since Iowa, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. The WNBA, it's time to wrap that shit up. Okay, it's time to go. Pack your shit up. Let's go. I don't want this for you no more. Okay, I've been here. I don't want this for you no more. It's too much expectation. It's all about race. It's too biased. Everybody just.
And these aren't minor bumps. We're talking groin injuries, twisted legs, and bruises that probably have their own zip codes. But because it's Caitlin, and because she refuses to back down or act like she's fragile, it's treated like background noise. If she limps, it's just her being tough. If she winces, it's part of the game. Meanwhile, any other player so much as gets breathed on the wrong way, and the refs are ready to throw flags like it's a 4th of July parade.
No one is giving you a chance, and it's not fun no more. Angel Reese fans no longer making it fun. They've been very draining and exhausting. The Caitlin Clark haters is no longer making it fun. They draining and exhausting. Your fans, some of the CC fans are no longer making it fun. They are draining and exhausting. No one, I mean not one, is giving you the opportunity in your era to grow, for you to get better.
The double standard is so obvious it could teach a masterclass in selective enforcement. There's a whole separate rule book for Caitlin. She doesn't get star treatment. She doesn't even get rookie treatment. She gets the "we still haven't forgiven you for bringing 20 million eyeballs to our little party" treatment. And the irony? Those same eyes are the only reason the league has finally emerged from the sports equivalent of witness protection, but just when you think it couldn't get more absurd. Just when the rough fouls and no calls start to feel like old news, the Indiana Fever took things to a whole new level of self-sabotage. Picture this. Caitlin sinks a big shot, turns to let a little joy leak out. Nothing outrageous, nothing flagrant, just some light rookie sparkle. And out of nowhere, an assistant coach snatches her like she's about to steal state secrets. Not a gentle nudge, not a verbal check. A full-on, arms wrapped around you, stop that right now grab. It was the kind of move you use to pull your toddler out of oncoming traffic or to stop grandma from diving into a mosh pit. Except in this case, it was deployed against the one person on the roster actually giving Indiana a pulse. You would think, maybe, just maybe, if you're coaching a team that's been on life support most of the season, you'd let your rookie phenom smile after a good play. But no, that would make too much sense.
Now, I said this yesterday. I'm all for the veteran players. But at the end of the day, did we all forget that this is Caitlin's team? Like, did y'all just throw that whole situation out the window? #1 draft pick, rookie of the year, breaking all the damn records like they're scratch-offs? Bruh, what is we doing here, dog? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that they tripping, man, at this point in time. I mean, I want to see the Caitlin we seen in Iowa. What happened to the Iowa CC? The greatness. I mean, bruh, we haven't seen the Logo 3 in a month.
Instead, we're getting reverse celebrations. The assistant coach is out here practicing advanced crowd control on her own player, while the rest of the team casually walks back on defense like nothing happened. Not a single teammate flinched. Not one of them stepped in like, hey, maybe we let Caitlin have this one? Nope. Silence. Stone-faced stares. The kind of vibe you'd expect if she had just insulted everyone's grandma at a team dinner. And that's what really cuts deep here. It's not just the refs swallowing whistles like they're allergic to officiating. It's the eerie way her own team has decided to lean back and let it all happen. The passive body language, the cold shoulders. The absence of even the tiniest pushback when she's getting mugged on the court. It's giving Mean Girls, except with less glitter and more bruises. People like to talk about chemistry, about finding your groove as a young team. But this is a case study in how to ice out your best player while pretending everything's fine. Caitlin's playing her heart out, diving for loose balls, running full court like her sneakers are on fire. And her reward is a highlight reel of no calls and being physically stopped from celebrating her own success by the people who are supposed to support her.
Than you. Like, I don't understand, like, why, like, facts and opinion, like, this is not an opinion. Caitlin Clark's putting up better numbers than you guys ever did, and she's bringing the league attention, which is great for all the women coming up in the world that want to play basketball, that want to have a life and create a life for themselves by being a professional athlete, because women deserve that. So now you're going to turn around and you're going to try to beat her up on the court, and you're going to try to trash her on social media, and you're going to try to trash her on, like, live TV. Come on. You guys need to do a little bit better.
She is super entertaining to watch, so I'll tell you.
And don't even get started on the PR spin. The league and team will drop vague statements about passion and keeping emotions in check as if this was some monumental overreaction. Like Caitlin didn't just do exactly what every WNBA legend did in their prime. Make a big shot, give a little flair, and get back to work. The difference is, those legends didn't have teammates and staff treating their celebrations like federal offense. It's honestly surreal. We're watching the biggest star the league has ever seen, yes, ever, get treated like she's the backup to the backup. She's setting attendance records, moving jerseys faster than Taylor Swift concert tickets, and boosting ratings every time she laces up. But inside the locker room, she might as well be invisible, or worse, a nuisance. The resentment is oozing through the cracks. It's subtle, but loud enough to see. The teammates who won't pass unless there's 2 seconds on the shot clock. The coach who can't seem to decide whether to build around her or just keep her around for marketing. And now the assistant coach, who apparently moonlights as airport security. It's like Caitlin's stuck in some weird basketball version of Survivor, where she has to outscore, outlast, and outmaneuver not just opponents, but her own camp.
Okay, so according to Gilbert Arenas, the WNBA is a weird conversation because as a group, they refuse to accept reality. And the reality is that before Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese came into the WNBA, they were only getting a fraction of the attention that they are getting right now. But instead of accepting it and embracing it, they are going...
Meanwhile, every other rookie in history gets their growing pains handled with gloves. They're protected, nurtured, praised for every baby step. Caitlyn, she takes a hard screen. There's no whistle. She scores, and someone's tackling her to prevent the cameras from catching her joy. This isn't about discipline, it's about optics. It's about a league and maybe even a team that still doesn't know what to do with a woman who won't shrink to fit the mold. And so she keeps getting up, limping, grimacing, brushing it off, because that's who she is. But let's be real. There's only so many times you can hit the floor, get snatched by your own bench, and carry a franchise on your back without wondering if this was ever about basketball to begin with. Because from the outside, it doesn't look like they're building a team around her. It looks like they're building a wall of silence, a wall of know your place, a wall made of everything but actual support. And the wildest part? She's still performing, still drawing crowds, still showing up with a smile and dropping dimes like it's nothing. Imagine if they actually gave her the calls she deserves. Imagine if her teammates actually had her back. Imagine if her own coaches celebrated her instead of tackling her like she just robbed a convenience store.
This clip of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is this?
But maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're scared of what happens when Caitlin Clark actually gets unleashed. Maybe they know deep down that the moment she stops having to fight everyone, restaurants, teammates, coaches, she'll be unstoppable. And in a league that's used to gatekeeping its spotlight, that's the real foul they can't handle. Fans are watching this disaster unfold like it's some tragic reality show that forgot it was supposed to be about basketball. At first, they cheered. They hoped. They thought maybe, just maybe, the league would realize the gift it had been handed. The fans are done playing nice. They're tired of watching Caitlin Clark get body-chucked into the scorer's table, snubbed by teammates, and yanked mid-celebration like she just committed a felony. They're tired of the silence, tired of the jealous side eyes, tired of the league pretending this is normal. This is not normal. This is not how you treat your main attraction. This is how you treat someone you want to chase away, which, by the looks of it, is going exactly according to plan.
Caitlin Clark getting basically wrecked. This is one of the worst decisions that I have ever seen any league engage in. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw for a team sport in my life relative to the audience that would be fans of the sport without her. Bigger than Michael Jordan was for the NBA, bigger than any NFL star has ever been. All of those sports were very popular before those athletes got there. Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. Every game she is dropping golden eggs, and they are trying to strangle the golden goose to death. It's one of the dumbest things I've...
The fans? They're done begging. They've reached the get out while you still can stage of the grieving process. They want her in Europe, in Australia, in any league that actually values its stars and doesn't treat 5 million new viewers as an inconvenience. Imagine Caitlin Clark pulling up for threes in Istanbul with packed arenas, TV deals that don't need 50 disclaimers, and defenders who are actually penalized when they treat her like a tackling dummy. Because right now, the WNBA is fumbling the biggest bag in women's sports history. This isn't just about Caitlin being a good player. This is about her being the player. With bruises, ice packs, and a silent locker room that looks more like a courtroom waiting for a verdict. The WNBA got their golden goose, and instead of nurturing it, they stuck it in a cage and asked it to stop honking so loud. It's laughable. Without Caitlin, what are we really left with? A handful of good players, sure, but no gravitational pull. No tidal wave of merch sales, no sold-out arenas in cities that didn't even know they had teams last season. The WNBA minus Caitlin Clark is like a music festival without the headliner. You can try to hype up the supporting acts, but no one's buying VIP to hear the opening band.
Caitlin Clark is the 6th fastest player in WNBA history to reach 950 career points. Despite all the criticism she's been getting this month, despite y'all having a lot of think pieces on her, I think the way that y'all have turned on her as well too needs to be studied. When in reality, a lot of the issues that the Indiana Fever and her is a coaching problem. Communication is a huge problem. If y'all see here, she's down low. She goes in to double somebody. She realizes there's nobody to guard, and now she's searching and looking for somebody. Now you see here, they send her left, and there's nobody to pass to because nobody's moving their feet.
And here's the kicker. Caitlin hasn't even peaked. This is her rookie season. She's still adjusting to the league's weird rules, shady calls, and teammates who pass like they're allergic to assists. She's dropping double-doubles with one hand tied behind her back, metaphorically and sometimes literally, judging by the amount of grabbing allowed by the refs. Imagine her with actual support. Imagine her unleashed. That's the version fans want to see, and they're starting to believe it won't happen here. The message from the fans is crystal clear. Let the teams that ignored her open their next season with half-filled gyms and confused sponsors wondering where all the excitement went. Because fans aren't just watching Caitlin, they're following her. Wherever she goes, they go. If she's in Spain, so are the eyeballs. If she's in Turkey, good luck finding a Wi-Fi router that isn't streaming her game. She is the spotlight. She's not sharing it, she is it. And the league's refusal to admit that? It's not just bad optics, it's suicidal marketing.
Crosses the line, the referees need to do their jobs. They need to do their jobs, blow the whistle, and officiate properly. Hand out flagrants, kick people out of games, nip it in the bud. But continuously, over and over again now, we see Caitlin Clark on the receiving end of something, and it's not called correctly. In fact, she gets a technical foul after getting poked in the eye and then shoved to the floor, and Marina Mayberry doesn't even get thrown out of the game. It's basically open season on Caitlin Clark, and the special whistle that she supposedly gets goes in the other direction.
People are already dreaming of the headlines. Caitlin Clark stuns WNBA, signs with EuroLeague powerhouse. And you know what? It wouldn't even be shocking anymore. It would be poetic. A league that had the keys to the kingdom and used them to lock the wrong doors. A star that rose, shined, and decided she was too bright for a room full of people wearing blindfolds. Fans are tired of watching her twist herself into a pretzel just to fit into a league that's actively trying not to acknowledge her glow-up. They want her somewhere she's wanted, not tolerated. Because they know Caitlin's success is everyone's success, if only the league had the sense to see it that way. But if they won't, then let them learn the hard way. Let them try to fill arenas with forced narratives and fake rivalries. Let them realize that trying to dim the brightest light only leaves you in the dark. So maybe it's time. Time to stop begging for change and start making noise. Time to pull the plug on patience and flip the switch on consequences, because the fans are ready. The world is watching, and Caitlin Clark deserves a court that doesn't try to hold her back every time she dares to shine.